Om. The second sutra of the Kaivalya Pada is Jatyantara Parinamaha Prakritya Purat. Jatyantara Parinamaha Prakritya Purat. Jati Antara Parinamaha Prakriti Apurat. Jatyantara Parinamaha Prakriti Apurat. Jati. Jati is spacious. That also means birth. And generally jati we should not get confused by caste. But jati means spacious. And antara is the difference, the change. Jatyantara, the difference, the change in jati. Parinama is the transformation. Jatyantara parinama it is. Parinama is transformation. We have seen various parinamas in our previous chapters. Prakriti is creation, nature. Apura. Apura is abundance, overflowing, abundant. Pura is coming to an end, completion. Apura never comes to completion. That is abundance, unending. So jati is species or the birth. Antara is the different life states. Parinama is the transformation. Prakriti is the creation, the nature. And Apura is abundant. The rough meaning of the sutra is the transformation from one species or one kind into other species or other kind. Transformation from one species to the another is by overflow of natural tendencies or potentialities. That is very important presentation of Maharshi Patanjali. That means from one body to the other body or within the body, within the time frame, the changes which will be taking place, and that is because of the abundant availability of the nature, unending availability, unendingness of the Prakriti, the nature. When we are born as a child, we are different. But we grow from childhood, from boyhood, the youth, the old age. Changes are happening. And these changes are happening because the Prakriti, the nature, is unending, it is abundant. Prakriti apuraha it is. And the parinama, the transformation is happening. And the transformation continues to happen because Prakriti apurat. And jatyantara it is. From one to the other, or from one state to the other state in the same. Like as the example is given, from the babyhood to the childhood to the boyhood to the youth to the old age. And the change of the banyan seed into a tree. Wonderful example. The seed is changing, is expressing, is transforming, is manifesting. And a butterfly and a caterpillar We cannot imagine when we see a caterpillar and when we see a butterfly, it is unimaginable that this caterpillar could have become that butterfly, or this butterfly was a caterpillar like this earlier. Jatyantara parinama it is. There is a transformation. Prakriti apurat, and it will happen abundantly. A small piece of fire, and if we throw it in a heap of straw, it will catch a fire at a time, immediately. But if we throw a piece of fire into a widely, vastly, loosely spread straw, it takes time. Effect is there, but time taken is longer. Jatyantara parinamaha prakritiya puratatus. Jatyantara parinama means a transformation involving a fundamental change of nature. Fundamental change of the nature or the substance. For example, for understanding, water changed into ice. It is a change of state, not a change of species, not jatyantara it is. A gold bangle changed into a necklace changed into an earring. It is a change, not jatyantara. The nature, Prakriti, has not undergone a transformation. The goldness is retained in all these variations. But when a hydrogen is changed into helium, or a uranium is changed into a lead, there is a total fundamental transformation. That is Jati Antara Parinama. And Prakriti Apurat is a beautiful and a powerful, pregnant phrase for expressing a very comprehensive law it is. Prakriti Apurat means by flow of Prakriti it is. By flow of Prakriti. The nature is flowing. A matchstick touching a wood. A matchstick, when it touches a wood, the wood catches fire. When a matchstick touches a cotton, the cotton catches fire. Because the fireness, the nature of fireness is there in the cotton, the nature of fireness is there in the wood, stick of a wood. A dry leaf catches, but if a stick is wet and if a matchstick is brought to that wet stick, it will not catch. Why? That nature to get fire, the nature to catch fire is covered. Same with the cotton. But if we take a matchstick near a stone, the stone will not catch fire. Why? The fireness, the nature of the fire is not in the stone. Even if it is there in the stone, is not that easily expressible as in the other two. So for all practical purposes, it is taken as not existent. Why? Prakriti to transform is not there. in the stone. Prakriti to transform was there in a dry leaf. It was there in a cotton. But the Prakriti to transform is not there in the stone. Prakriti to transform means Prakriti to transform into a fire. The same thing implies to the other. A water cannot be a stone. A cotton cannot be a stone. Because the Prakriti of the stone is not transformable. If the conditions change, the tendencies may also change. Like, even though fire catching capacity, fire catching nature, fire catching Prakriti, Agni Prakriti is there in the cotton, because if it is wet, condition was changed. The tendencies will also change. An entirely new kind of transformation, entirely new kind of parinama comes. That is what the sutra talks about. A totally different and most important dimension has been presented. Jatyantara parinamaha it is. Prakriti apurat. The wood may be subjected to the action, but the stone cannot be done. This is very simple. A beautiful scientific, legal and logical explanation that a dog breeds a dog, but a cat cannot breed a dog. Why? Limited by the Prakriti, limited by its nature. It is bound by that. That's why this particular sutra is very, very important. Maharshi Patanjali is laying a foundation for the future sutras, for the coming sutras, which will be more deeper in this particular aspect. So, Jatyantara Parinama Prakriti Apurat. Let us see the third sutra. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.